Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the vlog. Kara Corey here, and I feel like it's been a long time, even though it really hasn't. I know that's weird, but last weekend Jason and I traveled home, and if you guys haven't watched that vlog we put up from last weekend, I highly encourage you go watch it. It's just like a feel-good vlog. It's a little bit something different than my normal vlogs, but I think you guys will really enjoy it, so make sure you go watch that one as well. But we are back at home now, obviously. I'm gonna do a full day of eating for you guys today, but I'm gonna make it a little bit different, if you will. I'm gonna go through a full day of eating for hormonal acne specifically, which if you guys have been following the channel, welcome back. If you're new here, I'll give you the little plug to be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. But I have discussed on here in my video regarding my lab work and my hormones. Thank you guys so much, by the way. The feedback on that video, the help, the support, the amount of you that reached out to me was just overwhelming, and I did my best to respond to people. If, like on Instagram, if I opened your message and didn't respond back, I'm sorry, but it doesn't mean I didn't read it. It's just so many of you reached out. It was overwhelming, and I really appreciate it. With that, I have been trying to work on my hormones like I mentioned in that video. I do plan to see an endocrinologist. I'm not super hopeful how that's gonna go, but I'm at least gonna give that a shot. But anyways, I have struggled with hormonal acne, and today's day of eating is going to be focused on how I eat for hormonal acne. Now, in general, there isn't really like clear-cut research or science to say this is what you do and this is what you don't do. It's still very controversial. It's still unclear in terms of what can really help. But overall, in general, just for myself, taking an approach towards a anti-inflammatory diet, as well as just a diet kind of less refined sugars, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's true, but when you do look at the research that's out there, you know, it does suggest decreasing those like high glycemic foods or really high sugar foods, processed foods, and some research on dairy as well. I have experienced omitting dairy before, and I haven't really seen a huge difference there, but you know, I think probably everyone is going to be a little bit different with how they respond based on your own hormone levels. But anyways, a day of hormonal eating. It's relatively going to be a healthy day of eating. So if you're like, girl, I don't have acne issues, sucks to be you, maybe you'll still get some good food ideas out of this video. So I'm going to start with my breakfast and make that up. I've had the stove on way too long now at this point because I've been rambling. I'm going to start with adding in some eggs. I do get the pasture-raised eggs in particular. I've got 4 eggs here. I'm doing 2 whole, 2 whites. I'm gonna make that up. I'm also really focusing on the higher omega-3 fatty acids in my diet. So I'm gonna get that with the pasture-raised eggs. I'm also gonna pair it with some dark greens. I've got spinach here. I also wanted basil and tomato, because who doesn't like that combo? But you ever hate it when you go to the grocery store and you come home and you open up your produce and there's a big fat moldy tomato already sitting in there? Ugh, ew. I'm not eating any of those now because I'm just not. So I'm gonna do basil with red bell pepper. Again, high antioxidants, lots of dark greens today to help me out. So I'm gonna do the eggs for that, for like my savory. I usually have sweet and savory, not always, but I usually do. Then I'm just gonna make up a big bowl of oatmeal. Again, trying to keep my grains more whole grains as much as possible. I'm gonna do a bowl of oatmeal. We're gonna add in some flaxseed meal, organic flaxseed meal with the omega-3s there again. Walnuts are just a superfood. I have been doing my daily Brazil nut still, but walnuts are just above and beyond. They are superior to other nuts in terms of the ratio with the fatty acids that it provides for you. So if you're looking for that anti-inflammatory response, get yourself some walnuts. I prefer doing like the little chopped up walnuts. You can get them in the baking aisle. And I love sprinkling these on oats And I'm also going to do some fresh blueberries in there too. Just a really nice combination. Get some more antioxidants in from my bloobs. So I think that's everything for meal 1. Like I said, high in antioxidants, anti-inflammatory. Oh, and also, I did forget one thing. I did already take my supplements this morning, so Regulator is my probiotic that I take daily. In addition, I also take Acumen, which is a turmeric complex. Both are going to help with inflammation. Your probiotic's going to help with your gut health, which is thought to help with inflammation as well. In addition to that, I don't do this all the time. And do you ever just find random hairs stuck to stuff because you're disgusting? That's my life. Like, I'll just find a long hair like sticking out of the dog's mouth, and I'm like, where did that come from? I just shed ungodly. Anyways, I am gonna have an organic kombucha this morning. I don't do these all the time. Is there sugar in it? Yes, but it is natural sugar. Kombucha has got that culture in it. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom, but that's all the good, gross probiotic stuff right there that my gut needs. It also does have green tea in it, raspberry, lemon, ginger. This one's really tasty. I like this. I'll drink the whole bottle. It does list as 2 servings, which I'm not about that life. I'm like, I'm gonna drink the whole thing, so just tell me the whole thing, which is 12 carbs in it, 12 all coming from sugar. But we're gonna have this in addition, so also adding in to your diet foods that are high in probiotics, whether it's kombucha, kimchi, what else do I really like? Sauerkraut is really good. I need to like figure out how to pair it better other than chicken sausage. So if you have ideas with sauerkraut, let me know down below. I am hungry, I am rambling, I'm going to cook my food now. If you guys are wondering about the activewear I'm wearing, I will have a separate review on that, so stay tuned for it if you're interested. It's gonna be a good one, because it's ribbed for our pleasure. Quick and easy breakfast is all made up. I've got my little egg scramble here with the spinach, basil, and red bell pepper, and I just seasoned it with some sun-dried tomato, basil, and garlic sea salt, so I'm gonna eat it just like that. Then I've got here my big bowl of oatmeal with blueberries, flaxmeal, walnuts, and a little bit of Splenda brown sugar. So that's gonna be my breakfast. About to eat myself some lunch. Part of hormonal health is also kind of maintaining stable blood sugar levels throughout the day as well, because that's going to impact your overall hormones. I wanted to mention too, I'm obviously not an expert in this. I have a lot to be learned, but how I'm eating today isn't necessarily how you need to eat or how I'm going to eat every single day of my life. I want to mention that this is just giving examples of meals that can help hormonal health, basically more anti-inflammatory style for your diet and other properties that are going to help with your overall gut health. So I'm not an expert. I've mentioned this book on the vlogs before, Beyond the Pill by Jolene Brighton. I think she did a great job in this book, and I'm still working through it myself. There's just so much information in here, not necessarily getting down to the nitty-gritty science behind everything, but the overall principles for hormonal health, in particular for any females that have been on hormonal birth control, or who are currently on it. This book really does a great job of kind of going through some of how that could be impacting you. And it's crazy to me because, you know, when I went on birth control, the reason I went on it was for acne. And at the time, like, they didn't tell me any negative side effects of going on the pill. Like, there was nothing about it. The only thing you really did hear about was potential for blood clots. But other than that, there was never anything said about negative consequences. I guess I just took that as it was, and I didn't do any research on my end because I didn't think otherwise. I didn't hear otherwise. I do feel like now you're hearing more and more about hormonal health and getting off the pill. I think she's a huge person behind that movement, at least the social media influence. But I had no idea how much the pill could damage or create, I should say, vitamin nutrient deficiencies within your body. I had no idea the pill could really harm your gut microbiome, and your gut microbiome is directly linked to your hormonal health. So basically those two work in sync. Like, your gut microbiome dictates so much in your body. And here I was on birth control pills for 20 years. Like, I don't fully understand what my hormones are doing right now. I want to make that clear. Like, I'm not an expert. I'm still trying to figure it out. I am going to go to an endocrinologist, and hopefully they'll help me figure it out more. But if not, I'm going to still keep doing my own research to figure it out. I know that was a long spiel, but check out that book if you are on the pill or going off the pill. This isn't sponsored. I just truly think for those of us that feel frustrated with the amount of information that's out there, I myself find it confusing. I find it overwhelming where I just want to shut down and not deal with it because there's just so much out there. It's beyond crazy. And then you feel like you start digging yourself into this rabbit hole of different things that could be wrong with you, or what do I focus on? And for me, to not feel stressed by food, I have to keep it simple. So that's where I'm just focusing on that anti-inflammatory approach. With that, like I said, with my microbiome, focusing on fiber intake, focusing on pooping every single day, my friends. It's such a good thing. It's a good thing for your hormone. If you're Jason Corey, he poops 3 times a day, sometimes 4, okay? We're not all that special like Jason Corey. We wish we were, but, having regular poops actually makes a difference in our hormone levels. If you're someone who's estrogen dominant, you could not be pooping every day. And if you're not pooping every day, that's going to impact your hormones because you're not able to properly excrete what you need to excrete via the poop. It eliminates that waste that we need coming out of our body. So sometimes, I'm getting real TMI here before I eat my lunch. It's a little weird, but let's roll with it. Do you ever experience constipation? Have you not pooped 2 days, 3 days? I'm sure I'm not alone in this. Oddly enough, I myself start to feel depressed when I haven't pooped in a few days. My mood changes. I start to have cravings, which is weird because I'm like, I have 3 days worth of poop in me. I shouldn't be hungry at all. And you feel fatigued. You feel moody. You feel all these feelings because your body has not excreted the waste it needs to excrete. Your hormones are definitely correlated with that and causing you to feel some kind of way. So you're not crazy, you're not alone, but what we do need to do is, instead of just being like, screw it, I'm gonna get a dozen donuts, try to do something to fix it. And so, it's a multifaceted approach for me personally with acne. It's clearly about what I'm putting in my body, it's what I'm putting on my skin, it's my environment, it's all these things, right? I think this can really relate to more than just acne, but wow, I'm sailing into the deep end here. I don't know where I'm going, but hopefully I can find my way back to my lunch. But yeah, it's just something to think about, just noticing these things and, what changes you can make in your diet. If I feel overwhelmed by all this information, I'm certain that many of you feel overwhelmed with it as well. So just know that you're not alone. Don't feel dumb, don't feel stupid, don't feel upset with yourself. We're gonna feel frustrated. Not every day I'm gonna be eating perfectly for hormonal health. That's not the point of this video. I just thought it'd be an educational way to kind of show you some things you can do, and for my own self, But some days I'm still gonna eat a Blizzard from Dairy Queen, okay? Balance. All right, let's eat some lunch. What I cooked up here is beautiful. We did an air fried lunch here. I have wild caught salmon. This is salmon I have from the butcher box still. Wild organic fish, high in your hormonal healthy fats that we want in our diet, which some fats are pro-inflammatory. So really trying to avoid those pro-inflammatory fats. So the other thing we've got here is broccoli, things like your cruciferous vegetables, any of them really, greens, cabbage, Cauliflower is a natural detoxifier for your liver, and that's again going to impact your hormonal health if you're properly detoxifying. So I've got some organic broccolini here. I drizzled both of these with a little avocado oil and seasoned, and then we've got here some antioxidant rich, boom, organic pineapple. So I gotta give you one of these. Is that how you do it? Yeah. Wait, what's the motion? It's lunchtime, bitches. You can't see me, and I'm still sipping the kombucha. I could be here all day like this. It's so good. Woo! You guys don't have a massage gun? Swear to God, you need one. This is a game changer. Been having some lower back issues, but even regardless of that, with training and working a desk job and just being active, things get sore and you don't even realize it till that massage gun hits your glute and you're like, Kelly Clarkson, you just feel it there. And it's like, whoa, I didn't even know. Sometimes you don't know. But I just feel like lately I've noticed every little imbalance I have in my body, I'm way more aware of it when I'm training. So recovery has just been so critical. So get yourself a massage gun, have your man massage you. It's a good time, I swear. We're gonna move on to dinner. I cooked up a really quick option for dinner I wanted to share with you guys. This would be a great option to have during the week if you're a busy bee like myself, a busy bee. If you're a busy worker, I commute, I come home, I want a quick option. So I kind of put together something similar, but still with that hormonal health aspect in mind. So this might be like a weird combination. I don't know. I like to throw weird things together, but it sounded good to me. I started with a bed of baby spinach to get some dark greens in with this meal. Sometimes I find it not hard to get dark greens in, but I don't always want to eat a salad. So I did the raw baby spinach down first. You could cook it up to soften it up a bit if you want. But I just laid on top of it some steamed riced cauliflower and steamed butternut squash. Those are both from frozen. There was nothing else added to it, so it's really still pretty natural in its whole state. It was just frozen. So I laid those on top of it while it was warm to kind of like warm up the spinach. And then I did some air fried shrimp with some seasonings on it, some garlic, sea salt, and then some avocado here on the side. So I'm just gonna kind of eat it like a little bowl situation. Bruce Wayne, you wanna be in the vlog? Come here. Bruce Wayne, come here. Come here. He's like, I don't know where to go, Mom. There isn't a lot of room, and I'm awfully long. I do have this lemon balsamic vinegar. I may use this on top if it needs it. I'm not really sure if it will since I put so much seasoning on top of it. But yeah, that's just kind of a quick go-to dinner. Sticking again with mostly whole foods, hormonally healthy, hormonally healthy fats here through avocado. Got my veggies in there, and then the shrimps. I think they're wild caught shrimps. I don't know, but they're shrimps. They're from the fish truck just down the street. We talk about this all the time. They're really good, and I just really enjoy seafood. I could definitely eat it every day with like every meal. It's just something I really enjoy. Makes me feel good. Sometimes I feel like heavy when I eat beef. There's nothing wrong with eating it, but sometimes when I eat beef like late at night, why does this sound like it's going to a weird place? I don't know. It makes me feel heavy. Like I feel like
All right, we're going. We're gonna go take care of some business.
I feel like I just don't digest it like as well or something. I don't know. That sounds a bit weird, but it's just how I feel sometimes. So just wanted something a little light, and this would be really good with like a squirt of lime on top, but I don't have any. Or if you're into cilantro, which again I'm not, so it's okay. I just don't normally buy it. That'd be really good on here too. So those are just some ideas. Quick and easy though, especially if you do like the frozen versions, which I did just to show you guys. I just do the riced veggies from Green Giant. Obviously, you can cut them up fresh yourself if you have that kind of time. You could go fresh. There's absolutely nothing wrong with getting them packaged like this. You know, if you need to in a pinch, it's better than not eating veggies. You know what I'm saying? And there isn't really anything preserved in there. You don't have to steam it in the bag if you're someone who's concerned with steaming stuff in the microwave. I know there's plenty of rabbit holes we can go down in terms of health, what's good for you, what's bad for you. Again, I like to keep it simple and just make sure I can eat some veggies, you know what I'm saying? Trying to hit 25 grams of fiber is the goal. That in addition to a butt ton of water. So I'm gonna get a big glass of water as well and munch on my meal. And Bruce Wayne's looking at me like, Mom, I kind of want my dinner though. Am I?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Is that why he's giving me the eyes?
Yes, you keep shaking him and dripping water on him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, guys, I'm about to have my final snack or nightcap, if you will. I pretty much did 3 full meals today and 1 snack, which is fairly typical of me and how I eat throughout the day. So for the last thing I'm gonna have this evening, it's actually been one of my staples. I don't know about you guys, but at nighttime, I don't really like to eat like a full-on meal. I don't really like to eat meat at nighttime. I like something a little more plant-based that's also satisfying. So what I've been loving lately, and I don't think I've shown this on the vlog yet in terms of how I make it, maybe on my Instagram, but I've been using the Planta plant protein since Provitum discontinued their vegan protein. Switched over to this. The banana maple French toast is my hands down favorite for what I've tried so far. We've also tried the peanut butter cup. That one's really good in smoothies or brownie bowls as well. But I've been loving this for like, I don't really know what to call it. It's kind of just like a cookie dough, like a vegan cookie dough is kind of what it tastes like. But it tastes like banana bread almost. It's super good. And looking at the nutritionals on this and how it kind of ties into hormonal health, really depending on your hormones, everyone's going to be different, but the likelihood of having some deficiencies there for vitamins and minerals is pretty high if your hormones are out of whack. Odds are something is missing, and it can be hard to get it all in through your diet, and that's when a supplement comes in handy. And when you look at Planta, I feel like I have to say Planta. When you look at the ingredients and the nutritional profile, it speaks for itself. I can't really read through it all for you guys. Honestly, the first time I tasted this and looked at the ingredients, I was like, come on, this is too good to be true here. When you look at the nutrition and the flavor, it's so good. It's so good. I do miss my Provitum protein though, but wow, I am not upset at this transition, you guys. So for myself in particular, I'm looking at things like zinc, B vitamins, iodine, magnesium, selenium, copper. We've also got chromium in here. I mean, there's so much good stuff in here. And it's not overdosed either. It's not like this is 3,000 milligrams of your daily value. Like, it's all 30%. So still getting some in through your diet would be key. However, this is just a great supplement. That's why it's called a supplement. It's a supporter. It's a little helper to help you get that little extra nudge to get in all the stuff that we need for our body internally to function the way it needs to. So no shame on adding this in. It is vegan, so it is dairy free. The way I make this up is, depending on how much I'm looking to have, tonight I'm gonna do just 1 scoop of it. And it smells out of this world. Out of this world. I just can't even. Really does smell like banana bread. So I'm gonna take that, and then I like to do just a tablespoon of coconut flour. This just happens to be the gluten-free version. Obviously, I'm not like embracing a gluten-free lifestyle, but yeah, it's coconut flour. So I do like 1 tablespoon of that in there, and then we'll close. I was gonna say we'll close the bag after. I always don't close bags on camera, and then I leave it sitting there, and Jason comes out and goes to grab it, and it spills everywhere, and he's like, why would you leave the bag unzipped? It's like, because I'm on camera, and I don't want to make you guys watch me for 4,000 seconds. I'm trying to close the bag, but we did it. We're okay. We're moving on. And the only other thing I add to this is just some unsweetened cashew milk. I eyeball it, you guys. It ain't that serious. Probably fourth of a cup, a half of a cup. I just add it in there and mix it around until I like it till it's really like a cookie dough consistency. So I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay, so you can obviously add more milk. I'd say it was probably a half cup. Being a vegan protein, the base of it is a pea protein and brown rice protein. So it's a little bit thicker. You're gonna see I left the cap off the milk, so then Jason can come out and spill the milk. And it's my fault because I'm like, oh, I'll do it after. I don't want to do it on camera because then I have to like think about something to talk about while I'm freaking screwing the top of the milk closed. Anyways, we've got our banana bread cookie dough here. This is how I like it. So you can do it thicker if you want. I haven't experimented yet to like make it into actual banana bread or bake with it because it's just so good like this. It's quick, it's easy. It's a great little filler for the end of the day if you need to get in a little bit more nutrition, a little bit more protein, and it's plant-based, so it's always good to add in more plant-based products in our diets as well. So I'm loving it. It really kind of, I wouldn't say it like kills a sweet tooth because I don't have a sweet tooth right now, but it is very sweet. So if you had a sweet tooth, I think it would do the trick for you. And it really does have a cookie dough consistency. Like I'm not kidding you guys. If you buy this, make it, and don't like it, I'm gonna send you like $10 or something. I don't know. I don't believe that you would not like this unless you don't like banana bread. Don't F with me and buy it when you don't like banana bread. But if you do, you'll love this. Okay. That is going to conclude full what I eat in a day for hormonal acne. I hope it gave you guys some ideas. Like I've said before, and you guys have seen my full day of eatings, most likely. Full day of eatings. Full day of eatings? I'm freaking tired. You guys have seen these full day of eatings. How else do I say it? I don't really know.
Full day of eating videos.
Full day of eating videos. You've probably seen my full day of eating videos before. I never eat the same stuff. I kind of eat some of the same basics, but today I try to be a bit more purposeful with each and every meal. And that's really all it's about, you guys. There's nothing perfect. There is no perfect meal plan. There's no perfect way to eat every single day. It's paying attention to your body, paying attention to what you select, why you're selecting it, what it can do for your body, and also thinking about afterwards how it makes you feel. If you're having any adverse reactions to it, not feeling well, having bloating, distension, maybe a little gas. Maybe had some of that today. Anyways, yeah. You know, when you eat the cauliflowers and the broccolis and the oats and the flax and all the fibers, it just poofs on out of you. It poofs out all the bad stuff. It's really a great thing. And when your husband can't smell, it's even better. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed a little different of a focus for today's video. Please comment below something you learned from this video or something you want to share with me that maybe you've been doing for your hormonal health, whether it's through your diet or lifestyle, because all of that stuff does impact our hormones, right? So it is more than just our diet. There's all that other kind of stuff like stress and the environment that can also dictate how those things are working in our body or not working as well as they should. So that's gonna wrap up the video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next one.